Swish, swish.
Oh, it's April. The bunny's coming. Or came.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom,
Let
boom,
me hear you say,
boom.
well.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Episode 85 of 2 Degrees of Separation. We are your hosts. My name is Eli.
My name is Jacob.
You know what? Dude, I'm kind of sweaty. It's hot.
Huh?
It's hot.
Dude, it was 81 here yesterday.
You're a liar.
Nope. I'm a
We just
truther.
need to start every episode with a weather forecast of our... What?
Yeah.
How are we going to talk about the weather without talking about the fact that Jacob buzzed his head? Dude.
An hour ago.
Yeah, right. We get in the call,
Yeah, I
and he
pulled
just
the
goes,
Pedro.
"Oh yeah, oh yeah," straight up. Just took
It's
it
kind of
off.
warm.
Like last week, your hair was long.
I know. That's why I got it.
I mean, like I got long hair, but I put it
I can't
back.
handle feeling like the longer side of my hair along here.
Yeah. I'm not
gotta go.
gonna. I'm at the point in my life where I'm not styling my hair, dude. Not right now. Not doing it. Sorry.
That ended
No.
for me when I was like
Not happening.
17.
Dude, I done pulled on this
At that
thing.
point, I was just like, I'll buzz it and
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't have to worry about it ever
never
again.
have to pay for a haircut again.
Yeah.
Haven't paid for a haircut. If you can't tell, I haven't paid for a haircut in
You know
6
how
years.
cheap it is? Just go get like a dookie haircut. But then I mean, if you're buzzing your head, you're buzzing your head, you know?
It's dookie either way, dude.
I mean, I guess.
At least I didn't pay for it.
That's a fact. That's true. Are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room? That like is happening
That's
today?
not nice.
That's happening today? Wasn't that nice? Elephant in the room?
Call me an elephant.
Well, okay.
Just because I'm wearing blue.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So,
Yeah, I
The-
guess by the time this is out,
I mean, at this point, if it doesn't release the day this episode comes out, I'm at a loss.
what if they just announce that you can buy it and it comes out in like March of next year? Is that worse? Hold on, no. Is
Infinitely worse, brother. What do you mean? This would mean
I was gonna say, is that worse than this whole thing being fake?
yes.
Really? You think
Yes.
so?
100%.
Why? Because you're gonna be really excited when you wake up Monday and you're like, no.
Dude, I might take off of work. We'll see.
No.
We'll see what happens.
No.
We'll see what happens, dog. Dog. Do you know how excited I am? No, I can't. Every Elder Scrolls game is a buggy mess.
With me,
No, dude.
I'm free.
Every Elder Scrolls game is a buggy mess on launch. So, like, imagine taking a day off of work for that. Straight out the gate, buggy
What do you
mess.
mean? It's not a Bethesda game.
And it's not the creation engine, so that's true.
I heard, I think his name is Luke Stevens. He's a YouTuber.
No, I don't know.
He was talking about how his theory behind the Oblivion remake versus remaster, like why they're calling it a remaster even though it's a full like overhaul, is because Bethesda was like, we want to actually be the ones who remake our game, which I don't know if you know, Fallout 3 is being remade on the creation engine as a remake. So I'm just like, I'm really
Yeah, but
curious
how are
to
you-
see what the difference between this Virtuo's remaster, even though it looks insane, like how much better it's gonna be than a Fallout 3 remake from Bethesda.
I guarantee you. I didn't silence my phone. Of course, dude. Of course. But right there it goes again. Never fails. Sick. Sick.
Important guy.
Maybe I'm more popular than I thought. No, but 800%. It's gonna blow the remake of Fallout 3 out of the water. And like, how are they gonna outsource Oblivion? Okay,
I don't
how are
think
they
it
gonna
was Bethesda's
outsource
idea. I think
Microsoft's?
Microsoft wanted it
But why? Why wouldn't they have Bethesda do that one and then outsource 3? Fallout 3.
because I think Bethesda sees more in Fallout. Now that they have that TV show, I see Bethesda going, you know what, guys? We
Farts.
got something here.
Farts.
Elder Scrolls
Hey,
Online can
farts.
take the reins until Elder
Farts.
Scrolls 6. And Microsoft was like, you guys just put out Starfield, shut up. Like, you think you know what's good for your company? You just put out the dullest game that you've ever made.
Dude,
in the last 20 years.
I didn't finish Starfield. I don't even think I got a quarter of the way through the game.
I finished it.
You finished it multiple times, didn't you?
I finished it. I think I only finished. Did I finish it twice? No, I only finished it once.
I didn't finish it once, and I
saw that there's a Wabbajack mod pack for it now. That just that changes it from. I dropped my phone. That changes it from Starfield to Star Wars. When you are with me.
Promises. You just couldn't. You were just. You played that off so hard. Bang. And then you look down. Oh no.
When you are with me, I am free. It's fine.
And he's just, you haven't picked it up.
I picked it up.
Oh, did you? I didn't even see you grab it. Okay. I thought you were just gonna leave it like. Sorry. Sick, dude. I'm crying. So.
You ready to make spells again in the Imperial City?
Listen. If you guys,
are you ready to cock testing Hall Oblivion to see he who walks up and down the stairs?
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be the same. They're not gonna have a console. There's gonna be no debug console. Jacob's mad. Mad. Dude, even
how do
Starfield
they test the game?
I mean, yeah, but it's how many games do you play now on PC that you don't have access to the commands? A ton of them. Well, I mean, there's gonna be. Well, no, because
dude, if I'm playing it, I've got access to the commands.
We haven't even said the fact that we're talking about Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Like we mentioned it briefly, but that's what we're talking about. Today is supposed to be the day. Obviously, we're recording this prior, so we don't know. But today is supposed to be the release date of the shadow drop of Oblivion. And
Oblivion.
I want to say, there's the possibility of it not being released, but then there's like a 0% chance the fact that Microsoft's own bot. This is where AI comes to just eat your cheeks. Microsoft's own bot on Twitter released the release date. The customer service bot.
It's fine, man.
Yeah, somebody asked them about the Oblivion remake, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's April 21st."
What happens when you outsource?
Yeah, outsource to a robot. What do you mean?
Well, no, there was like a live chat member who showed up, and they were even like reassuring that it was, yeah. It said your case has been moved to like a live support member, And
So,
then that person also reiterated that it'll be out for the Game Pass.
well, here's the thing, right? Like, leaks suck. At the end of the day, leaks suck, right?
No.
Wait, no, wait. Hear me out. It sucks in the sense of like, could you imagine, Jacob, you not knowing this was even in the works, right? You imagine you woke up Monday morning, hit Twitter, and they were like, the Oblivion remake is out. What would you like? You mean to tell me you wouldn't be infinitely more excited than we are right now?
Hear me out.
Dude, I would be I would be mad. I'd be mad because I'd be like, I gotta wait until I get home now.
Yeah, but what if you're somebody who's like, man, I could use the $70 to do something else. But if you know for weeks leading up to it, you could be like, oh, I'm gonna put this money
Set some money aside.
and yeah, and then when it comes out, you can actually afford it instead of just being like, oh, well, Oblivion's out.
Is there even a price tag on it? Do we know?
Come on,
You think 70?
I think $50 to $60.
Yeah.
The Last of Us remake.
I was about to say
remaster thing is 50.
You know, we missed the Last of Us game, right? They did remaster. They remastered The Last of Us 2.
I know.
I thought that wasn't mentioned when we talked about it. I don't remember talking about the remaster of
it
2.
just came out like 2 weeks ago.
No, remember, was it last week we were talking about all the remakes, the remasters, and how many times? I'm saying The Last of Us 2 remaster, and now they have The Last of Us 2 Complete Edition.
Well, oh yeah, the remaster was like a joke though.
Because what did they change?
Like a year ago, I think.
But what did they change? What could they have changed?
Well, they just improved things to push the PS5 to its limit. So they're basically like, well, if you wanted ultimate fidelity, visual fidelity on the console you're running, here's another
$70.
version. Was it? I don't know if it was 70.
No, but well, like that's what I was gonna say.
I think you could pay for the upgrade too, and it was like
that's not bad.
$10 or something like that.
See, why don't people offer that for like remasters? Right?
Because it leads to crap like Nintendo going, oh, you want to upgrade your game to our current gen system? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how Nintendo said, okay, we know you guys aren't going to buy the console if we raise the price anymore, but everything that comes with it, you got to pay extra.
Dude, did you see how much the Joy-Cons cost?
Is it 90 or 100 bones?
90.
$9 for stick drift.
There is Nintendo lost me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. They lost me.
I have a Switch too. There's no way.
Zero interest in buying the Switch 2. Literally zero. I have none. Zero. Sorry,
especially
Nintendo?
when the games are going to like 4 games, 5 games. That's the Switch 2. That's the cost of the Switch 2 is 5 games.
So like, yeah, I wanted to play Super Mario Odyssey.
And you don't own the physical version of them.
You literally your physical copy is no longer a physical copy.
You own a key that you put in, then downloads it.
You no longer own a physical copy of your games. It's not
Nintendo's just ruining it.
It's worse. Like cool what Microsoft did with the what is it, the S, right? The Series S, in which it is completely digital, it doesn't have the disc drive, and it was a cheaper alternative, right? Cool. Really cool. For people that have internet. And then they gave the option like, all right, yeah, it sucks. You're going to have to pay a bit more if you have internet problems. But if you also want to physically own these games, you can. If that's what you want to do, if that's the route you want to take. Nintendo said, you own nothing. You own nothing.
Shout out Nintendo.
Nintendo
is the Donkey Kong throwing the barrel down the platform.
Nintendo is like officially becoming like, I was so excited for the Switch 2. Like, I had my gripes for the first Switch, but I still actually love my first Switch. I do. I love that console. The Switch 2 might end up being a very
the Wii U.
Oh, I think it's gonna be worse than the Wii U.
all over
I think it's gonna be worse than the Wii U.
No, because the original Switch was so good. See, the Wii came out and people were like, "Whoa, the Wii!" But also they were like, "But I gotta move to use it." So the
I don't
sales on
know.
that weren't as good just to begin with, but this was such a like staple in video games that I feel like regardless, it's going to do okay.
No, it costs as much as a PlayStation 5. Costs as much as a PlayStation 5. Costs as much as a Xbox Series X. It is literally worse than both. Literally worse than both. Games, $20 more minimum.
Dude, I thought it was
Any
supposed to run Red Dead Redemption 2 at
dog.
launch.
Any you need a new controller? It now costs you $100. No, after tax, it's $100. The camera is worse than the DS camera. There's nothing
baby.
There's nothing about this console that bodes
Take
well.
selfies on your Switch.
You know what the Wii U had going for it? That the Switch 2 definitely. I mean, the Switch 2 has nothing going for it at this point. You know what the Wii U had going for it?
The PU.
The
tablet thingy.
The tablet.
And then because of that, they were like, "Oh, we should just do the tablet." And now they're out of ideas.
That's it. Throw it in the dumpster.
You know
They
what?
said,
You know
throw
what's
it in the
going to be
dumpster.
next? Let's make it flip open and have another screen inside. DS 2.0.
I'm done talking
And now
about
they're
the
gonna be
Switch
like,
2.
we could just make the GameCube again.
Dude, I'm sorry, Nintendo, you lost me. Dude.
I love you, Nintendo.
I really I don't see this going well. I literally think it is going to be the worst launch for Nintendo that they've ever had.
That's okay. I've got a PC.
I mean, well, yeah, at the end of the day.
And Oblivion's coming out, maybe.
And Oblivion's possibly out today.
Is it out?
Is it out? If it is, catch me in Cyrodiil, brother.
Catch me saving at a sigil stone or whatever you call them.
There's no way they're gonna fix that. There's no, like, you know how many.
There's no way they fix it. There's no way they fix it. It's a remaster, not a remake.
Wait, brother. Wait. I need to think of
Chameleon.
Like, so, do 10%. You think
10% chameleon
on all armor, but the higher you level,
all armor.
But the higher you level, the higher percentage, brother.
Yeah, can you get into like the 20s?
I think it caps out.
I thought it was like.
I think it caps at 20.
I was gonna say I thought it capped out somewhere around there. Dude, I can't wait to just do the Great Fox quest again.
Dude, I'm so excited for this.
The Black Hand, Fox? The Gray Fox.
Did you say the Great Fox?
It's fine.
The Great Fox.
The Black Hand, dude. The Dark Brotherhood.
The Dark Brotherhood. I am
the
so
Fighters Guild in Oblivion, dude.
The arena. Dude.
I can't wait for the mods for the arena. Well, no, it's Unreal.
Mods. Why you keep using that word and ruining it for me? Dude. That is the biggest
Sky Oblivion.
This has to it actually has me very happy that Sky Oblivion is also happening. It does. It has me extremely happy that that's happening because there's not gonna as far as I know, there's no way they can do mod support. As far as I know, I call me a liar. I don't know. But
what game? Well, The Witcher was on Unreal.
No.
Now that I'm thinking about it, The Witcher 3, was it not?
No, I thought that was like the big thing with the new Witcher was that they announced that it's going to. Yeah, no, it was on the CDPR's engine, the Red Engine. It literally is called the Red Engine.
Was it on the Red Engine though?
And
I guess it was. Yeah.
That was the end of the Red Engine. No, Cyberpunk.
No, Cyberpunk.
But they basically, when they announced that they were switching to Unreal, that's when they did the full blown. You now can do what you basically could recreate The Witcher on your own with their engine.
That's right.
That was the nail in the coffin for their engine. Yeah. I don't know any game with Unreal Engine that has like a massive mod community. Not at all.
No.
0. Oh,
it's pretty unreal. Ah, dude. Shout out Epic Games. Y'all are pretty epic. You hear Disney's putting Epcot into Fortnite? Is it Epcot? I think they're just putting the whole Disney world. Like you can go to different islands. Dude, think Kingdom Hearts in Fortnite. Anyways, so Dragon Wilds is out, and
dude.
I love RuneScape. Dude. Hey, what about you?
I have no interest in Fortnite, dude.
Fortnite.
You know, actually though, dude, give me some Kingdom Hearts characters in Fortnite. Why is Sora not in Fortnite?
The same reason Dante is not in Fortnite. Devil May Cry Dante.
Huh?
They don't have him in there either. I said it's the same reason.
What?
They suck. Anyways, so
I was like, what does Dante have to do with this at all? What does Dante have to do with this at all?
I want Dante. I want Dante in Fortnite. It'd be perfect. Make perfect sense.
Dante should be in Tekken. Dante should be in Fortnite. Dante should have been in I mean, dude, look at how bad that is. I got bit by an ant, dude. That sucks.
An ant did that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got scars on my wrist.
Our father's sister
beamed me up,
that?
dude. Man, isn't that isn't that crazy? No, Dante's character is like one of my favorite characters in video games of all time. Like I
did you watch
his character's
the
anime?
DMC?
I haven't watched the new one. I haven't watched the new one yet. I watched the original.
I heard people were saying it's just Deadpool.
I mean, that's who he was, though.
That's kind of what I thought too. Like Dante is just like
if you go to
in the existence of Devil May Cry, Dante is just like goofing around all the time.
Every single game except for 2. Devil May Cry 2 was really weird, and I believe. Well, so no, Devil May Cry 4. Nope, 5. Devil May Cry 5. He is technically his oldest now, but like Devil May Cry 2. So you know how I ever explain this? So DMC Devil May Cry is the first. Devil May Cry 3 is the second. Devil May Cry 1 is the third. Devil May Cry 2 is the fourth. No, Devil May Cry. Yeah. Devil May Cry 2 is the fourth. Devil May Cry 4 is the fifth. Am I getting this? Where am I at? I don't know. I got 2. The fifth because DMC. Sorry.
And today's the 21st, and Oblivion just got a remaster.
There you go. But Devil May Cry 5 is the 6th. It is the furthest in the timeline, if I remember correctly. I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have not played all of them.
I have. The only one I haven't finished. Nope, I lied. I finished all of them.
The one where you play as that new guy. Can't remember
Virgil?
his name.
Not Virgil. That's his brother.
No, yeah, I was gonna say. Whatever his name is.
He was cool. That's Devil May Cry 4. Well,
yeah, I was gonna say I started that and it was pretty neat.
Nero.
It's
Nero.
Nero.
And then bringing Nero, and V in Devil May Cry 5. Oh, dude, Devil May Cry 5 is my favorite.
Somebody say V.
V.
Good morning, Night City.
No. So like talking about Oblivion, it being a remake.
We're still on Oblivion.
I gotta talk about this because so like, all right, you talked about the sigil stone thing, right? What about do you think they're gonna do the personality pizza, whatever you want to call it? The when you like not bribing people, but you want them to like you more. I don't know what it's called. Your reputation, the pizza.
Oh,
And they're
dude,
just
I
doing one of these.
forgot
Dude,
all
you just start doing,
about
you start moving the
that.
circle and they're just like this.
Dude, I forgot all about that.
Dude,
You know what?
they
I
need
think
it.
everything's
Has to
going
have
to
it.
be the exact same because it's a remaster and not a remake. I feel like a
But
lot
it
of
is a
things are going to
remake.
be. No, it's not. It's a remaster.
Well, then this
If it
is the
was a
most
remake,
faithful
they'd
remaster.
have to get all the new voice actors. They'd have to do all that crap, and they have not.
You mean to
We
tell
would
me
have
you
heard
think they're
we
going to
would have
reuse
heard
all that
more,
audio? You think they're going to reuse all that audio?
dude. AI?
Beam me up. Then pay with your blood. Dude.
Stop! You violated the law.
You violated the law.
I
Who
don't
is
think I don't think they're getting new audio. I think we're just gonna get AI remastered audio.
so the company who's doing it is Virtuos, right? Okay, and they like specifically work on remastering games. That is like literally their thing. That's what they do. Uh they did the
Rockstar, what were you thinking?
I don't know. They did the BioShock collection. I mean they've
They did
worked on
that?
yes,
Oh, they totally did do that.
they've worked on Sea of Thieves. They're doing the remake for Age of Mythology. Um like they have a ton of stuff under their belt, by the way. They worked on the Final Fantasy VII remake. Um they worked on Callisto Protocol. Like they've worked on a ton of stuff. They worked on Grounded. Dude, like
They're
what
working
other
on the new
remakes?
Metal Gear remake.
They're working on that. They did the 20th anniversary edition of Beyond Good and Evil. They worked on Halo Infinite. Dang, dude, they've done a ton. Oh my goodness. They worked on the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Dude, shout out Ratchet and Clank.
They came out with a new Medal of Honor? Above and Beyond? What? Wait, hold up. They did the remake for Demon Souls.
Yes. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I knew they did something that you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, they did the remake for Destroy All Humans. I'm going through the list, sorry. They helped work on the Outer Worlds. They worked on Devil May Cry 5. They did the Dark Souls remaster. They did that.
We're just gonna list them all.
Oh, I swear. No, I'm
No.
skipping over a ton of them. I'm skipping over a ton of them.
Please
Dude.
don't.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm at the end. But they've worked on a ton of stuff. And that's definitely something that they do is they do a lot of remakes or remasters, whatever you want to call them. But there's no way they're reusing this audio, dude. It's so old.
I think they're remastering they're like gonna just upgrade it because they had like Sean Bean. They had Patrick Stewart. They were voice actors on some of those
I remember
characters.
Sean Bean. Yeah. I didn't know Patrick Stewart did voicing.
I'm pretty sure it was Patrick Stewart too. You
I'm
think
trying to
they're
think
gonna
of-
have them come in and re-voice lines?
Hold up.
No.
Lockpick system. Which one you think they're doing?
Again,
Original or Skyrim?
original, because guess what? It's on Unreal Engine. They're not gonna go, okay, let's look at a game that came out after and then replicate that in our new system when all they're doing is looking at Oblivion and going,
Dude.
all right, now let's make this modernized.
Starfield basically used Skyrim's lockpick system.
Well, Starfield's also on the creation engine.
That's true. Yo, people listening, you should be happy. You should be proud of me. I'm drinking some throat coat with some honey because I've been yelling for the past 2 hours. No. I've just been yelling the last 2 hours. Long story.
I'm helping when I do long drives.
I'm helping to, yeah, dude, just screaming top of my lungs. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, helping people start something on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Long story. I've been busy the past, literally, from 4:30 to 7:30.
Me too.
I was just screaming. But no. I'm trying to think of like what other like really Oblivion things. Like what other got the
I mean, I
lock.
want to see if the whole creation system is the same for your character. You're gonna do the class system. You're gonna do the stars. You're gonna do all of that stuff. Is that gonna stay the same? They're gonna change that. Probably gonna stay the same. I think most of the game is going to be exactly what you
Like
remember.
literally a remaster. Just yeah, but like
And we
everything,
know they're
all
doing
these,
horse armor DLC.
100%. All of those mechanics, right? You have all these mechanics being reused, but then you're gonna change the combat. Like they've already announced that the combat's gonna be a more Dark Souls style combat. Which what does that mean? Do not give me a targeting system
I
in
don't know
Oblivion.
if I
I'm
believe that.
fighting somebody.
Stuff like that, information on how the game is,
Like who
I
knows?
don't believe.
Who knows?
I believe the things that like they found stuff on the website because they're preparing to release it, so they're pre-building pages. That
Oh,
kind of
dude,
stuff, I can believe that as a leak. But telling me that it's going to be Souls-based combat, I don't
get
buy
out of
that.
here.
I don't. I think that would
Um,
just be it. Wouldn't be Oblivion at that point.
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
no.
that stuff is going to change. I don't think the combat's going to change.
I'm gonna
I
say
think,
this though. Them screenshots, Doug.
dude, you know what this is? This
What?
is Microsoft going, guys, we have to make up for Avowed.
I love the Vow, dude.
Dude,
I finished it
they
front
literally
to
that
back. I
Oblivion was the
loved it.
thing that everybody compared Avowed to, and now they're gonna be like, "Oh, darn, dude."
Yeah, but both of them. I mean, it's both of them are under their umbrella.
Dude, I
So
tried so hard to get into Avowed. I tried
I
so
loved it.
hard. It
Even
dude.
even like the story was really cool. The story was actually
The
really
story
really
was an
sick.
interesting premise, but it's just yeah, it
And
didn't.
the choices. The choices actual your choices actually made
Ooh.
different outcomes in the game. Actually.
Choice-based conversation. I got topic. I've been playing The
Oh,
Walking Dead.
Jacob's playing Telltale's The Walking Dead. I don't know if we've ever even talked about this on the podcast.
I don't think so.
That is the only game actually to anybody. If I'm spoiling this for you, I'm sorry.
Dude, it's over a decade old.
Game's 10 years old. Over 10 years old. That first season of Telltale's Walking Dead. Dog, I cried. There is not a single other game that has done that to me.
Well, there's a couple games that you still haven't played yet, so
I don't know if there's anything that'll hit me that hard.
you never know.
I don't know. Dude.
But yeah, no, that first season, I don't
Dude,
know if there's ever been a game that has like really made me feel like I am changing the way things are going
you
because of how I'm approaching situations.
you realize every single main character through the game, that series, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can make them all survive. All of them. I mean, there's like some key moments that like people are gonna die.
I was
But
gonna say there are a couple of times where early on where there's literally one option or the other, and you can't
but you'll
make
know
both
the main
work.
characters. You will by
You're right. Yeah, the
like
main
I was
characters.
like
Yes.
by 3 episodes deep, you know the main characters.
Yeah.
You know, and they can all survive. Also, every single one of them can die.
Yeah. Shout out Lee, dude.
That one of the most iconic characters in video
Without
games.
the Walking Dead Telltale game, I don't know if we would have gotten The Last of Us. Like realistically,
Dude, that was
because I'm pretty sure it came out beforehand.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It had to.
And that was like the
It came out on
start
Xbox
of
Arcade. It came out on Xbox Arcade. No, maybe it didn't. It may have not have came out before The Last of Us.
came out
Neil Druckmann, crazy though.
2012.
No, like I don't know.
2013 The Last of Us came out.
And then when did Walking Dead come out?
Telltale series came out 2012.
I don't know if it affected the game that much because that was already
Yeah.
in the midst of it.
It feels like it's older than that for some
Like
reason. Dude, I'll tell you what, playing it now as like an older adult, I definitely choose things differently.
I mean, yeah, but
Like,
there are decisions that are absolutely gut-wrenching. Like,
oh yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I did cut a guy's leg off earlier.
Even just the end.
Trap. Well, we don't talk about the end. I haven't got there yet.
You know the end.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know the end I chose the first time.
Like, dude, it was so bad. It was so bad.
No, it's actually really good.
If you are a person,
is phenomenal.
If you are a person who is really into like games that are story focused and like that's your cup of tea is like the story when it comes to video games, dude, the Telltale Walking Dead is just insane. The first season in specific,
I like the second one too. The second one was
still good. The second one was still really good.
I don't even think I got past like the first hour of the third one because it felt so foreign.
I finished the third. No,
I gotta play the Michonne series. I'm so excited to get to the Michonne series.
Michonne's
I heard that one was good.
Sick. I played that on stream. Dude, Michonne's was sick. But no, the writing for that first season was just absolutely insane.
Yeah, and it came out at just like a perfect time.
Oh,
when The Walking Dead was just blowing up.
Peak.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I don't know if there'll be a better time for games like that. And now Telltale's just gone, and we're never gonna get something like that again. I thought Telltale shut down.
No, they got bought out by Skybound.
Oh, they did.
They still exist. Well, they came back.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hear me out.
It's not the same. Hey, even though I think it's actually a lot of the same people. It's they tried.
Season?
Yeah, that's what. Oh no, then I did finish the third. I never finished. What is the fourth one's the final something?
The final season.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. Okay. I didn't finish the fourth. I didn't even play the fourth. I finished the third.
It came out in 2018.
Oh yeah, with little baby AJ. Yep.
Dude, Clementine looks so different. Holy.
Telltale changed their entire art style when they changed to a new engine, and it kind of lost everything for me. And I think that was the case for a lot of people. Is that they were their own things, and then they kind of just became Borderlands.
Well, it kind of was Borderlands 1-ish. Because even Borderlands 2 looked a bit different than Borderlands 1. It had the same kind of like gloss with the cell shading that the new Telltale games had. Yep.
Yeah. No, that was so good.
Highly recommend it. Speaking of old games that have resurfaced, like I said moments ago, Dragon Wilds, dude.
Who knew?
We played RuneScape so dang much.
Who knew? I can tell you now. I didn't know Jagex was just gonna be like, here's an open world game.
Here's the gameplay in RuneScape world. I believe it's still based on the lore of RuneScape.
Yeah.
And now you can just a third person open RuneScape world, not
How's it
top
doing?
down. Oh, it's got great reviews.
Dragon Wilds, right?
Alpha. Yeah.
Currently on Steam, 4.5 stars. So it's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Dude, everybody our age, all guys our age, played RuneScape.
without a doubt.
All of them.
If you had access to a computer, you were playing RuneScape. Sorry, everyone.
Dude, Falador party drops?
Oh, grinding to attempt to get a party hat and it just never happened.
Dude.
Just never happened.
Getting scammed at the Grand Exchange?
Getting scammed at the Grand Exchange!
Doubling money? 50K?
Dude.
Shout out to scammers on RuneScape, man.
What a time to be alive. Getting scammed on RuneScape. Could you imagine? That goes crazy. Didn't you get scammed? No, you didn't. Our cousin did. Our cousin got scammed. He got scammed hard.
No. I got hacked, and I lost my first account. Walking through, I can't remember where it was. Walking through some town, and I just got booted out. Like,
that's fine.
Type my info back in.
Not today, buddy.
Password's changed.
He said, "Excuse me?
My what?
Huh?
I'm 8." Dude. That might have been like 9, actually.
That's crazy. That goes crazy. You know, I know somebody, and you know this person, I do believe, as well. Or was it you? Who was it? Maybe it wasn't you. Somebody had a social media account, and then they finally, like, later on in life, ended up changing their birthday. Because, like,
And no, it was that Twitter was like, we need you to update your info.
Dude.
All right, I'll update my info. What's your birthday?
That's what it was.
Put it in. Got locked out for like 4 years. We can't verify it's you.
Yo, that goes crazy. Because
you told me to update my info. I'm giving you the most accurate information I have.
Because you're a little liar. He was too young to make a Twitter.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why do they lock me out now that I'm confirmed adult? They go, you know what?
Because guess what? You do the crime, you do the time, buddy. All right.
Whatever. Now Elon Musk owns it, and you can be 3 and have a Twitter.
It's fine. Just have a Twitter. Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
As long as you support Doge, you can have a Twitter.
Yeah. Exactly. Talking about The Last of Us, the second season came out.
Did you play the second game?
Oh, dude. Oh, Jacob, listen. I played through. We have a PlayStation 3, and I managed to play through the original version of The Last of Us. The original one. On the PlayStation 3, had a grand old time, by the way. Had a grand old time. The Last of Us is a phenomenal game. It's phenomenal. Going back to the very first iteration of the game, phenomenal. And then Kristen's friend just so graciously let me borrow her PlayStation.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
And I got to play through The Last of Us 2. And not only did I get to play through The Last of Us 2, I mean, I knew of the one spoiler, but I managed to get through The Last of Us 2, aside from the one big, the heavy hitter.
I feel like a lot of people don't know about that. They might hear us talk about The Last of Us 2, but a lot of people.
I'm just saying the heavy hitter. I'm not saying nothing.
Show.
I'm saying nothing.
I know.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah.
Listen.
Do you think it's going to follow the same way the game went in season 2 of the show?
Yep. They already said it was. They literally said episode 2 was going to be the biggest episode of the season.
Did they really?
They did. They said it was going to be the biggest episode of the season. It's happening.
They're going to do it on episode 2?
Dude, they're ripping it right out the gate.
Dude,
right
I'm
out
not
the
going
gate.
to watch episode 3.
Dude, right out the gate. Dude.
They should have recast this season. I'm so sorry.
Right out the gate. Dude.
What do you think? What's your take on them not recasting for this season?
Oh, Ellie? Is what you're talking about?
Yeah. I feel like, okay.
It's
for those who
Catch-22.
played the game.
Catch-22.
For those who played the game and for those who didn't, the second Last of Us game, without any spoilers, is very much a storytelling. Basically, Ellie's going from a child to an adult.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen with this new season. because that girl,
Like I said,
Bella Ramsey,
it's a
is
catch-22.
not a believable coming of age story just because she looks so young.
The only
young.
the only show that is like doing that, and it's not of their own, like they didn't choose that, is Stranger Things. The final season of Stranger Things, they're all adults, dude. The entire cast is adults. They're all adults now. All of them.
Well, yeah, but they're supposed
All
to be,
adults.
even in the story.
Well, yeah,
It's supposed to be like a 15-year jump now or something.
But that's
like that.
that's the thing, right? That's the thing, though. They were able to do that because they had multiple seasons. Whereas if
House of the Dragon did it mid-season.
Did they recast? I didn't watch House of the Dragon.
Yeah, they went from kids to full adults, and they recast them, and everybody was like, "Oh, this made sense."
Wow. I mean, it's like I said, catch-22, because it's cool having the same person play as Ellie. I get it, and I think that is going to, for a show like this, that is not going to be long, like, it's not going to be the long haul, you know? It's not going to be. For some reason, if they wanted to, they could make a third season. I actually don't see it happening at all.
Oh, there's going to be 3 seasons.
You think so?
I can tell you exactly why. Because there is a part in the second game that they could definitely split off and make another season.
You're 100% correct. So at least
that's why I'm surprised that this is happening. This whole thing, like the big episode, is going to be episode 2, because I
episode
feel
2,
like,
baby. They said
I feel like that's not, unless the season's going to be long.
No, the season. I mean, even the first one's like 8 episodes. It's short.
It's 9, but this one's got to be longer. There's more going on. And if they want to, like, because of how they did the first season, they explored so many people's stories. If they want to do that again,
yeah, but maybe they're gonna,
or they're gonna use that second,
you realize,
or that third season to do it. But man,
that entire first game was compiled into 8 to 9 episodes, and they literally hit everything. They hit everything because all of the extra stuff in the game, all of the extra stuff was what you did as a player. It was the fluff.
Yeah,
it was the fighting, the shootouts, the stealth stuff. Like, it was the fluff that the player did. But they managed to take that entire story, and I did not feel as though it, to a degree, it felt rushed. But then, like, thinking back on it, they literally told everything that happened in that game. They told everything. And I think you're right.
Yeah, they did.
I believe they could do a third season in regards to the second game. There comes a point where, yeah, it feels like a total tectonic shift. You know,
I mean,
what I'm
they
saying?
start telling another story halfway through the game.
Literally.
And that would make perfect sense for them to, without spoiling anything, that it makes perfect sense. Because it kind of is like the second half of part 2 when you get to that point. So
that's tight. That's tight. That's tight.
That's how I've expected them to do it since the jump. But I just feel like episode 2 is so early. But you know what?
Not really.
The beginning of the second game is pretty crazy. So I mean, and it does have to take place for anything to actually make sense. So
I mean, if we're being real, which game do you think had the better story? The second or the first? I know mine for multiple reasons.
I don't know about which one has a better story, because I feel like they both tell different stories. Which one I enjoyed more? Probably the first one. But the first game is much more a story of, like,
it's a coming of age.
who loses. Not the first game? No. The first game is this guy who loses his whole purpose in the world. The whole world collapses, and he's left just basically stuck living this life in just
on repeat, dude. Yeah,
on repeat every day, just going through the motions.
He living Groundhog Day, brother.
Until he runs into Ellie, and the whole game is him realizing that, there's more to life than that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
And through Ellie, he kind of gets over the whole losing his daughter thing, and it's a lot of growth. The second game is
There's a lot.
there's a lot of
There's a
different story
lot.
arcs that they
There's a
managed to
lot.
put into it. I think the second game is like 27 hours versus the first one, which
Dude.
was 18. So they have like almost 10
Because
hours
you
more of
literally get...
content.
Dude, you get to the midpoint. You get to the midpoint of the game. You get to the midpoint of the game thinking you're almost at the end. And
Did
you
get
made it
Kingdom
to the
Come Deliverance
midpoint.
too?
I haven't gone that far. Don't ruin it for me.
No, I'm just saying there's a point in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 where you're like, oh, this is the end. And it's just
you're like,
halfway point.
not at all.
You're like, oh.
Not at all. Dang. But I don't know. I really like the story of the second one. I do.
The second one is good. I feel like the first one was so important.
It was.
And it was such an interesting take on a stealth game. Because it was a lot of stealth going around the clickers and all that. There are times where if you don't use stealth, you will die no matter what.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
I
you know,
consider that the stealth-based portion of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was a new way to take on something not zombies, but very close to it.
Like, well, so like cordyceps by technicality could, if it decided to evolve. What do you mean? Cordyceps, it literally takes over ants. It's a thing.
Yeah, but it's because of its environment. The thing is,
if it evolves, it's over, baby.
But the rate of its evolution would have to be so rapid.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying
that's not possible.
I don't think we'd ever let it happen, but who would we be to know?
No, I don't think the environment would have to change so drastically, and even then, I'm pretty sure cordyceps only survives in like warm, dense, like forested areas.
I don't remember.
Like South America.
I don't remember.
So things would have to change a lot for that to happen.
My favorite sequence in the first game was when you're up on top of the fridge. Is it when you're on top of the fridge? No, you're not on the fridge. Joel gets trapped by his ankle and hung into the air, and he's upside down the whole time.
Oh, when you run through Bill's trap and
he's upside down the whole time.
Yeah, and you gotta start shooting them when they're running through.
Iconic. That is that.
Yeah.
Like and it was such like that to me. Like definitely felt like an Uncharted moment. You know, having played through Uncharted before, I was like, that felt very much so Uncharted. But it also just felt like Jacob wants another Uncharted.
If we could get anything from Naughty Dog, hear me out. If we could get anything,
Jack and Daxter.
I don't want Indiana Jones. I don't want another Ratchet and Clank. I want Uncharted 4. Or 5,
we need an Uncharted game where Nathan is now Sully. That's what we need.
No.
Passing down the legacy, 100%. 100%.
No.
Didn't they kind of allude to that with the end of 4?
I honestly couldn't tell you. It's been so long. I don't remember very well how. Like, I remember how it ends, but I don't remember exactly what the conversation is at the end of the game with his daughter.
Oh. Dude, this episode is straight video games. I love it.
I feel like Nathan Drake's story is over. Like, he doesn't need to keep going.
I mean, he has no reason to. He has no reason to.
Yeah. And
he's done it.
Even to, like, if you're just doing the same thing over again and creating a Sully and a Nathan Drake, it's like,
what's the point?
What can they do with that?
Yeah.
No. There's more opportunities.
All right, Jacob, this is going to be a tough question, right? This one could end up getting you canceled on the internet. Indiana Jones or Nathan Drake?
Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake.
He said, ain't even a competition, dog. Dude. Nathan Drake, straight up modern day Indiana
Uncharted
Jones.
2?
He was just
Uncharted 2, greatest PS3 game ever.
Oh.
Uncharted 2?
The Last of Us came out on the PS3.
Yeah, so did Red Dead Redemption. Don't care. Uncharted 2, greatest PS3 game ever.
He said, so did
Uncharted 2?
So
go
did
to
Red
go to the music
Dead.
playlist. What game's title menu is in that thing?
Yeah, you're right. He said, go to the No, yeah, Uncharted 2 is crazy. You know how absolutely
climbing up the train after it falls off a mountain?
Bean me up.
Joining a village in Tibet? Fighting the Yeti?
Bean me up.
Going to Shambhala?
Ooh! Dude, it's straight up. He needed to meet the Atlanteans. That's all we needed. That was all we needed. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Uncharted 4, though, slaps. Uncharted 4 was so good. We have that on Steam. Recommend
you just skipped 3. I never
3 is great, too, but...
I never played 4. I never played 4. I played 1, 2, and 3.
Play 4.
I might have to.
You're gonna have to.
Your boy's playing KCD 2 though, so like this is taking up, dude. And then now, not only that, I'm somehow. I mean, like I follow the dude who plays Hans. Round 2, baby.
When you are with me, I am free.
That goes crazy, dude. Sick. Twice in one episode, brother. He hasn't done it in 2 years. Twice in one episode. We keep going back and forth with like these versus things, right? I keep saying, like I said, Indiana Jones versus Nathan Drake, who, you know, who's the who's the guy here. And then 2 things come to mind, right? I definitely want to play some games on the podcast, and I'm trying to figure out like what we're capable of doing because we're not in the same room. Like there's some stuff, and I'm gonna have to like jot up some ideas because I want to play some games, not like video games, but like games or like do activities. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Catching my drift?
Totally.
No, he
Hot
doesn't.
ones, hot sauce.
No.
How many lemons can you squeeze into your eyes?
I am not Steve-O. We could do shots of lemon juice. Drink vinegar so you can drink the most vinegar.
I'll just use one of those tablets on my tongue.
Cheater, that, pumpkin
makes it
eater.
Sweet and not let you know, and then just down like 12 of them and be like,
That's
yummy.
Why would you say that? Because if we did the lemon juice thing, that would have been a meme, dude.
You'll still never know. What do you mean?
That's true. Now
I could say I'm gonna do it just to make you think, oh, he won't do it, and then do it. Now you're never even gonna know. Now you're gonna question. No, we're not gonna do it at all.
Jacob just hit me with the Princess Bride, dude. The battle of wits. So clearly I can't drink mine.
Dude, I forgot about that.
That's so good. But to round this episode, Oblivion remake, remaster is hopefully releasing today. That would be fantastic. And rounding off this episode, right? Obviously we have a music rec. But prior to this music recommendation, because Jacob's been singing Creed this entire episode, this one hit me like a sack of bricks because like I know both these bands got like a crowd of people that like them, and the crowd that like really doesn't like them. You know, they kind of ended up in like oddly. I don't know how Did these bands just have that sound that like it's just hit or miss? You know what I'm saying? Because
they've got this sound that any 30-year-old man in the
it's
Upper
divorced dad
Peninsula
rock.
of Michigan.
It's divorced dad
goes,
rock.
"Oh yeah, dude!" As he turns on his truck. Ooh,
just cranking, dude. The volume's on 40.
I'm through with standing in line. The clubs will never get in. Yeah, I am through with standing in line.
The city of Sault Ste. Marie is these two songs.
I mean, do want to be
these
a
two
rock
bands.
star.
It is. So the rounding off this episode, Creed versus Nickelback, dude.
This life hasn't worked out quite the way I wanted to be.
To me? Obvious winner. To me.
I know you probably think there's an obvious winner, but over the past few years, I've been introduced to Creed. Yo.
Creed is the winner. What do you mean?
Oh, okay, right? Okay. Hey,
I was waiting for you to say you like.
We grew up in a time where I know you listen to Nickelback as much as you probably don't want it to be exposed.
Oh, I mean,
and you didn't listen to Creed. So in my mind,
yes, we did. Creed was everywhere. The most dude. Creed?
Why didn't nobody tell me about Creed until like 3 years ago, dude?
Jacob said I was left in the dust. Yo,
the only Creed I knew was the Brotherhood. Dude, somebody said Creed around me. I went, Requiescat, Captain Pache, dude. Somebody said Arms Wide Open. I'm like, darn, I wonder who they assassinated.
No. I can't. He said, over the past 3 years, I've been introduced to Creed. Dude.
When you are with me.
That's crazy. Oh. Yo, that's crazy.
So Creed, for sure, I guess. 2 points for Creed.
12. What is your genuine take? Not nobody else's opinion matters. Who cares? What is your take on Nickelback? Like what? Because here's the thing. Nickelback in the modern day, ton of hate. Nickelback back in the day, ton of hate. Creed, I don't think
universally loved.
Pretty much universally loved, but definitely.
Let's go there.
Dude, that is the leader of divorced dad rock. Creed is 100%.
Are you sure about that?
100%, dog. 100%.
I don't know. Disturbed.
Do not put Disturbed in divorced dad rock. Do not. Ain't no way, dude. All right, you might be right.
Only divorced dads nowadays listen to Disturbed.
I like Disturbed. What? Last year when I was going through my new metal phase, dude, I was listening to some Disturbed, dude. Listen to some Shout. Listen to 10,000 Fists, dude. Come on. The Game, dude. Come on.
The Game.
I will rip this thing out of my guitar right now. You want to hear me play Inside the Fire? I'll do it.
No.
I love Disturbed. He said no, none of it. So what is your honest opinion on Nickelback? Honest opinion.
This side. I
realistically
trade this life for fortune and fame. Cut my hair.
Change your name?
I'll change my name.
That's the thing, right? There are many Nickelback songs that I can quote. I know a lot of Nickelback lyrics.
There are 5 Nickelback songs that you can think of
That's accurate.
before you have to think longer than you should.
Let's see. Hold up. I got Spotify.
No, do it right now without no.
No.
Nope,
Okay, all right. Hands
right
off.
now. Give me 5 Nickelback songs.
I typed in nickel. I typed in nickel. I'm not looking at the screen because it did pull up a couple songs. I don't even know if I can name 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But word wise, I know some words.
Oh, that's crazy. Dude.
I know photograph.
That's what people say about Beethoven's music. I can't name the song, but I know the words.
I know
there are no words. I know that one.
I mean, Rockstar, obviously. Wait. I can think of the guitar. No. Different band.
That he definitely was thinking Hinder right there.
No,
I know he was thinking Lips of an Angel.
No, it's a song. Bad Girlfriend. She's a bad girlfriend.
That's not Nickelback.
That's what I said. It was a different band. That's what was in my head. I don't know the name of the song.
Look at this photograph.
I said Photograph.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was the first one I said. I know Photograph and Rockstar. I'm trying so hard to come up with the third. I know. I mean, like, I don't know the actual name of the song.
Come on, I've been wrong.
That's the other song, but I don't know the actual name of it. I don't know the name of it.
Isn't it just how you remind me?
This is how you remind me of what I really wrong.
Beyond that, didn't they play a song?
I don't know.
For, Spider-Man?
Kristen's trying to leak something to me, and I can't see her between my monitors. So
didn't Nickelback play Spider-Man? Yeah, Hero.
Don't be cheating.
Hero. Well, I give up at this point.
Oh yeah, Hero. But I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. Ain't no way.
Yeah, our cousin used to just literally watch
Animals.
a music video to that.
Animals.
Oh, that was cheating. I know that was.
Oh no, that's what I'm looking at it. I took my hand down. Animals is the other song I was looking. Oh, it literally is called How You Remind Me. Oh, that's actually how. I mean, that is the name of the song. She had to look it up on her phone. I didn't know the name of it. Anyways, okay. Not far away. I don't remember how far away it goes. No. The only Nickelback album I know is All the Right Reasons, and that's it. What? Yeah, I got nothing, dude.
It's fine.
Nothing. I'm sorry. Nickelback, dude. Creed's the winner.
Chad.
Creed's the winner, Chet. Creed's the winner.
Can you take me higher?
Creed's the winner.
With arms wide open.
With arms wide open. Why did Creed ever get any hate? Dude, shout out Creed for
Did Creed ever get hate though? Or did they just
No, they were making their meme rounds for sure. I wouldn't say hate, but like people just memeing the absolute dog out of Creed, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no. People were memeing Creed, but then like people just really didn't like Nickelback. Like, the singer was getting stoned on stage, so like, I mean, like stones thrown at him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he straight up was like, "If somebody throws one more thing, we're done." And then he's standing there. It's just like he's silent, and then he gets in. He said, "All right, we're out." Dude, just leaves.
We out of here.
Nickelback. I mean, like, they're not.
Ain't nobody getting their nickels back.
They're not bad, but they're just like, it ain't my cup of tea. It was like, to me, it was very borderline country, but like rock, country rock. You know what I'm saying? Kid Rock. You know?
You got a song rec?
Of course I got a song rec. And not only do I have a song rec, he just dropped an album. And you know what the album is called, Jacob? I gotta pull it back up. You ready?
No.
He said no. Because I don't know the whole, I can't remember. Because I'm gonna use one of the words wrong. But it just reminded me of Tyler's album. Technically the full name of Tyler's Flower Boy album, which was Scum Something Flower Boy. Scum Duck Flower Boy. Close.
This is where we go. Rated R superstar.
No.
Beep, 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 beep.
So
Scum. No.
Nice. Nice.
I have one of those buttons. I can just do it.
Dude, you cut off half a scum.
Scum.
Flower Boy. No.
Pretty much. This is
so,
All American.
Boy. Yeah. My song rec for the week is actually it's I'm Dead by Duckworth. And if you haven't listened to Duckworth, go listen to some Duckworth. Duckworth got some crazy music, and he somehow managed to get on the Spider-Man, which
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse?
I don't know what it is. One of the verses. He had a verse on the verse.
He said it's one of them. I believe it's called Riot, is the song that he had in the movie. Dude, what Spider-Man movie was it? It has Miles Morales in it.
Yeah, Into the something or other.
Anyways, he did like one of the songs in the album for that.
Into the Spider-Verse.
It is Spider-Verse. I started listening to Duckworth back when he dropped an Extra Ugly mixtape, is what it's called. Shout out that whole thing. It's great. Go listen. I mean, go listen to I'm Dead, first of all. That's my song rec for the week by Duckworth. But then there's like he does a lot of genre blending between like, what the heck is it called?
I don't know.
The genre.
There's a lot of them.
No, well, he's
got good music.
He meshes R&B, he meshes punk, he meshes hip hop. It's like kind of dance hall-y is what comes to mind. But yeah, no, Chrome Bowl was sick. The album
R&B and rock, according to his description on Spotify. Drawing inspiration from Outkast and Nerd.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, it 100%, for sure. Dude, he's dropped way more music than I thought. I listened to Chrome Bowl. I didn't listen to SG8. That's crazy.
There's 21 songs. Give it a listen. All American. Whatchamacallit? Boy.
He's got a ton of music, and if you just like exploring, like I said, if you're like the type of person that likes genre blending, especially like the first time I heard I'm Dead, that was the second Duckworth song I heard. The first one being Tamagotchi. The first one being Tamagotchi by Duckworth. And dude, Tamagotchi also slaps. But then yes, I'm Dead was it was too good. And then he's got another song called Michael. Well, he's talking about Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
It starts off, it's like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, Michael Jackson. Yeah, great. Go listen to I'm Dead by Duckworth. His new album just dropped, which by one more time, it's All American. Boy. There we go. He literally has a star. It's a star emoji.
I don't even know if that beep is picked up through this recording, but we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, I guess
it's either gonna sound like we're cutting the audio or it's just beeping.
It's fine. There's some beeps in there, you know what I'm saying? Morse code now. It's all right. So, rounding off this episode, I really hope to all of you video game nerds who are just excited to play some new video games, I really, really, really hope the Oblivion remaster did drop today, and I hope you get to enjoy that. Also, I do need people to ask. My video quality. Typically, my camera is much darker than Jacob's, so I have a light on, and I'm trying to figure out what's better. Is it better to have the brighter room? Do a little darker? I think I like the brightness.
It's better to be brighter.
I think it's better to be brighter.
Brightness.
He said it's better to be brighter.
Yeah, if that wasn't the case, the sun wouldn't be out there.
Yeah, you're right. But me trying to record midday is atrocious due to your boy right here. That window? Oh. It straight beams
Blackout
me.
curtains.
That's true. I could do that. But I hope the rumors serve us well. I hope Oblivion Remaster came out today. Go play the Telltale's Walking Dead after you just destroy Oblivion. Just destroy all the gates. And do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Go play in the arena. It's fun. Or was.
Hopefully you enjoyed the second episode of The Last of Us too. This past week, because the new season came out, I went back and listened to all of HBO's coverage podcast for The Last of Us. Yeah,
What?
I don't know if you're aware that they exist. It's
No.
hosted by the voice actor of Joel, Troy Baker, where he sits down with the showrunner, the director of the season 1, and Neil Druckmann, the co-creator of The Last of Us, every episode for like an hour, and they just recap the episode, and they talk about behind the scenes things of the game and all that. There's 9 of them right now. There's another one that just came out for the newest episode. By the time you're hearing this, the second episode is out. But if you want another perspective on The Last of Us show, or just looking for like a quicker refresher rather than watching the whole show, I recommend it. I like.
I'm gonna listen to it now.
But especially something like that,
I'm gonna listen to it.
I could sit down and listen. I'm reliving the game right through it. So
that's tight. And we managed to talk about The Last of Us, right? And obviously, I said things like the heavy hitter. I'm not saying nothing about nothing, especially to people that are just fans of the show. I am not saying a single word about what happens in The Last of Us 2 until this bad boy is done.
I'm just going to say that there's a reason I don't like golfing. That's it, though. Go check out Duckworth. Check out the playlist.
Check out the playlist over on Spotify and YouTube. Same name as the podcast, 2 Degrees of Separation. We should change the picture for it, though. I thought about that. We should change the picture.
Yeah, I thought about making a version with
instead of a number 2
with headphones on.
Or you could do that. I was gonna say take out the number 2.
A musical note.
Yeah.
Instead of the 2.
Yep. That's a good idea. That's cool. But yeah, you can check out the playlist over on Spotify and on YouTube, same name as the podcast itself, 2 Degrees of Separation. You can also I'm staying hot off the press with staying on top of making these clips. You know, there's some I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some nights, which by the way, greatly appreciate everybody that is checking that out and interacting with everything. Really appreciate it. It seems our most active area is definitely gonna be between YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So if you want to follow us over on there, at the number 2 DOF separation across the board. That's anywhere on the internet. We are there. So if you want to check those out, really, really appreciate everybody that's been watching those and interacting with stuff. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Being honest. So I appreciate it. Trying to think of what else. What am I missing? If you enjoy the podcast, right? If you enjoy the podcast, obviously, podcasts get bigger by the word of mouth. It's really the biggest thing. Obviously, we can reach people. No, they don't. They do. They do. So you know what I'm trying to say? You, Earl, listening. You, Bobby.
Earl?
You.
Bobby?
You.
What year
Catherine?
is it? 1933?
You.
Earl, Bobby? What is this, grapes of
Kath-
wrath?
I said Catherine, too. You listening? Go tell your uncle about the podcast. And he's like, "Oh,
Your
I don't
uncle.
listen.
It's your uncle.
No, I don't listen. I don't listen to no podcast." Be like, "Listen,
No,
dog. Listen, dog. This is the bee's knees."
Dude, do you like Joe Rogan? Well, we're nothing like that.
Man,
so, dude, you'll love this if you don't.
You'll love if you. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you play it. You like Joe Rogan, and then that's when
me neither.
Yeah. Go listen to this podcast.
Shout out
instead.
Joe Rogan.
That's crazy.
Sell me some products.
Oh,
Sell me some products.
Yeah, shovel it down my throat. Dude, that's crazy. Oh, yeah. What I was gonna say, because I was pulling it up. Dude. Like, you hit him with one of these, be like, "Go listen to this podcast." They got thumbnails now.
Yeah.
They're progressing in the world.
I am Steve.
Jacob is, well, I mean, he's better Steve than...
I changed my Minecraft skin last night. I am Jack Black Steve now.
Sick. Sick. But yeah, podcasts grow with the word of mouth. So we greatly appreciate anybody that's ever said anything about our podcast to anybody. And like I said, really appreciate the people that have been interacting with all the clips. And we really just hope you enjoy the podcast. Honestly, I know we ramble a lot of the time and we go off topic quite often because I feel like both of our attention spans are like,
I stay on topic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, huh?
I've never been off topic.
Uh-huh.
I'm the reason they created the store Hot Topics because I just create
Jacob said, "I am the topic."
I am the topic, so I never go off it.
I'll never go off. I am the topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, please leave us a rating, whether you're listening to it on Apple Music or if you're listening to it on Spotify. Please don't hesitate to do that. There's a new poll every week. I've been, you know what I completely forgot about is I can put a pinned comment on the YouTube video with the poll. The same thing as on Spotify. So this week, the poll is going to be the pinned comment on the video on YouTube. So yeah, to our listeners / viewers on YouTube, Jacob, this is your one time. Go.
This is my one time.
Well, every week, but this is your...
Well, yeah, this is the part of the podcast where I tell you to comment, like, subscribe, tick the bell notification, and let us know if you are a Last of Us 2 watcher, what your thoughts were. If you're a gamer, let us know what your opinion is on the Oblivion remaster situation. And if you're neither,
what's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color? Honestly,
just straight up.
I'm a Kelly Green kind of person.
Kelly Green.
Yeah.
Blue, dude.
Yeah, what kind of blue?
Kristen today? That one.
What kind of blue?
That one. Kristen today.
No. You can't just generalize the blue.
No cop out. She's giving me an evil line. I don't know why. She asked me what my birthstone was, and as far as I knew, I thought it was pink. But of course,
Dookie Brown.
Of course, everything in my life has to revolve around the color blue. Everything. So my birthstone actually is blue. Fun fact for you there. June's birthstone? June's birthstone has 3 birthstones. I have 3 birthstones. I got a pearl.
December has 4, loser.
Do you?
Blue, topaz, turquoise, tanzanite.
Oh, you're blue
zircon.
too? You're blue too. You said Zircon? He makes cool music too. Throw back there.
Dirty in here.
Throw back there. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Go check out the playlist. I'm Dead by Duckworth. Go give it a listen, and then go listen to his new album. If I'm Dead. If you were a fan of I'm Dead, go listen to his new album. There's definitely, like I said,
All American
boy. That was solid, dude. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. And on that note, Jacob, is there anything else?
Go listen to the HBO Last of Us 2 or Last of Us podcast if you
100%.
Enjoy the show or games
100%.
at all, because it really is a fun perspective. And also, just, just keep holding on to faith that GTA is going to come out this year, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. Let's have faith.
Hodl. Just hodl.
Hodl, dude,
It's
hodl.
hodl. The market's down. What could save us? What can pull us out of a recession? There's one thing.
Rockstar.
There's one thing that anybody will spend their money on.
Rockstar.
GTA 6.
GTA 6.
If one thing can unite the world,
it's GTA 6. Even though Grand Theft Auto always just creates Grand Theft Auto always created chaos. It's gonna hit the news day one, guaranteed.
Yeah. As being the most fast-selling piece of media ever.
I mean, yeah, 100%. But they're also gonna be like,
well,
this is absolute garbage. Don't let your children's look at it.
Yeah, but you know what? They've been saying that since... Dude, people said that about Harry Potter.
Yeah, Satan, dude. Come on. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's all from us. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say...